There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with a 20-minute time limit and record it live. This is the result. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another random DOS game show, and this is Byron Priest Multimedia with Brooklyn Multimedia. And we have a web! Oh yes, what a theme. Spider-Man! Look at him go! Yeah! Oh no! There appears to be a Sinister Six people that are after him. Okay, this is some opening. I have to say, I'll just watch this. This is fun. Reminds me of the old 90s cartoons of comic characters. Spider-Man! Stop him, Spider-Man! Oh, that looks like gameplay. Okay, Peter. This is Spider-Man, the Sinister Six. And oh, that is amazing music. Listen to that. So we have New Adventure, Restore Adventure, Save Adventure, or Options/Combat. Let's go to Options/Combat. Joystick off. Okay, let's just go for it then. I've started my timer, and just so everyone knows, I'm on a bit of a hot streak this week. I've had 3 20-minute plus games, so we will see if Spider-Man can make it the full house. Let's start. Oh, apparently I'm only going to play for 47 more seconds. Maybe you should cut the right wire. Come on. This is going to be a very short game if you don't. Fortunately, Spider-Man is coming to help. Because he's well known.
MJ, come on.
Hey, it's Mary Jane.
I can't let Mary Jane down. She's counting on me.
Yeah, Spidey. We gotta save ourselves a Mary Jane.
Cut! Cut! Cut, Mary Jane! Come on, no way! Not enough suspense! We'll try this scene again later when you remember how to act! Okay,
Ouch.
Let's go! Get ready to move to the roof for the next scene, you morons! What do you get paid for anyway? Time for the granddaddy of them all, the skyscraper scene!
Yes!
Special effects team, you're on! Did you hear that, Markham? Get your lazy butt in gear! Hustle! Now!
Yeah, Markham.
I hope your day is going better than mine, Peter. What did you think? Was I as bad as he said?
I was
Yes.
kind of late. Sorry. I only saw a few seconds of it, but you were great, MJ. I don't know what his problem was, but believe me, watch out Sharon Stone. You wanted to be in movies your whole life, and now you've got your big break. Don't let some Hollywood jerk rain on your parade.
You can Google who Sharon Stone is. Actress of the time. Very famous for a specific scene that I'll not talk about on this channel. So, we're into Spider-Man the Sinister Six. And this is our titular character, Peter Parker. And from the looks of things, just going from the mouse control, it's a point-and-click adventure game. So, is there a way of wandering over places? Clicking seems to skip the music a little bit. The arrow keys do nothing. Oh, you right-click to move. And now we can ask.
Who is this director anyway? Not a nice guy, I assume.
He's
Yeah.
Chip Alvarez, a Hollywood up-and-comer. Thinks he can just walk all over people. Not enough suspense. I swear, I don't know what this guy wants. Everyone else seemed to love it.
Why is he such a crank? I'm not gonna stand back and watch him talk to you like that.
Everyone I talked to before the movie began shooting said he was such a nice person. Boy, were they wrong. He's just plain rude. And he doesn't just insult me, he lets everyone have it.
You did fine, and it looks like everyone here knows it. You're in the big leagues now, MJ. Shake it off. Pretty soon, I'll be dusting off our mantle to make room for Mr. Oscar.
You're a sweetie, Tiger.
Hooray! Character establishment. So MJ is our girl, we are Peter Parker, and this guy is not a very nice person. So let's ask about the movie.
So what's this movie about?
Fatal Action is about insane terrorists on the loose in Manhattan. I'm playing the part of Emma Steele, one of the undercover cops out to stop them.
I think I know your character's motivation pretty well. She doesn't wear a red and blue suit and cling to walls, does she?
Shh, keep it down. Somebody might hear you.
Yeah, Peter, you're meant to have a secret disguise. Let's ask about the next scene.
So what's this big scene Alvarez was talking about? You aren't going to be in any danger, are you?
The big skyscraper high wire scene is next. It's the most dangerous scene in the movie. Not for me. Just the stuntman who's going to be sliding between two buildings, hundreds of feet above the city.
Oh no.
I'm glad you'll be there to see it.
Hundreds of feet in the air. That doesn't sound like such a big deal.
Not for you, anyway. But for us non-superheroes, it is.
So she complained to me about potentially outing me as Spider-Man, and then she mentioned that I was a superhero. Nice. Okay, so we have a contextual cursor here. From the looks of things, if you mouse over, you can interact. So we've spoken to MJ. She is of no further use to us. We can't appear to move, which is different. There's a menu in the top left-hand corner. Let's talk to this guy over
Hey,
here.
Red, this is the big scene. Hope you're ready, babe.
Mr. Alvarez, I just wanted to ask you why you didn't like that last take.
Look, don't start this starlet stuff with me, sweetheart. I said it was a no-go, and my word is final. Got it?
I was just hoping to learn what...
Look, I'm the boss. It's my
Yeah.
way or the highway.
You tell her,
I've got a file cabinet
Alvarez.
filled with pictures of sexy redheads. Get my point?
Hey, wait a minute.
Who's this? Another fan who sneaked on the set?
Actually, Mr. Alvarez, this is my biggest fan. This is my husband, Peter Parker. Peter, this is Chip Alvarez, the director.
Nice.
Don't you know better than to bring a visitor to my set? We're on a tight schedule here. No time for fan chat and autographs. But nothing, Toots.
Oh, no. So, we can tell Alvarez to knock off the insults. We can kindly ask him to stop the insults. Or we can just completely ignore the insults and ask good old Alvarez about his career. Let's butter him up, see what happens. I have to point out, just at this juncture before we continue, some of the lip sync appears to be non-existent. We were having a back and forth there, and there was no lip sync, and then there was lip sync. It's a little bit off compared to, earlier titles. I like the music in the background as well. It's a nice sort of ambient piece, doesn't get in the way.
Excuse me, Mr. Alvarez, but I'm not much of a movie buff. What movies have you directed?
What is this? The Barbara Walters special? Mind your own business. I'm an award-winning director. Don't insult me by asking me to recite my long and extensive resume.
Me insult you? Oh boy.
Oh. So, we can continue down our diplomatic route and ask him, why are you so rude? Or we can just...
Look here, I don't know who you think you are, but don't treat my wife like she's your doormat, capiche?
Who do you think you're talking to? I'll have you thrown out on your ear.
Try it, hotshot, and you'll be in for a surprise.
Are you threatening me? You know you're trespassing, pal. I could have you arrested.
But Mr. Alvarez, I invited Peter to visit the...
This is a closed set. No visitors. Got that, Red? Who you gonna march in here next? Your Aunt Tessie? This isn't a Paramount Studio tour, so scram, hubby.
Oh, no. You see the way we've sort of railroaded ourselves into a limited number of options. Let's just play it sort of safe. Let's ask why he's so
Don't you think
rude.
your crew might respond better to you if you quit insulting them?
My crew responds just fine, if they want to get paid, that is. They know I'm the boss. They know they're lucky to be working with me. If I have to kick their butts to keep them sharp, then that makes for a better film.
You tell him,
What am I
Alvarez.
doing explaining myself to you? Get
Yeah.
out of here! Or your pretty wife is going to be pounding the pavement on her way to the long, cold unemployment line.
Well. What about this guy? Ask if he's a rude Hollywood type
I
too.
hope you're not the insulting type like your boss.
No, I'm not. I wouldn't do that.
This big stunt sounds pretty dangerous. Everything ready?
Anytime you're on top of a skyscraper, it's no picnic. But it looks more dangerous than it really is. There will be a safety net. He couldn't hurt himself even if he tried. And he's done stunts like this at least a dozen times before.
What could
everything's a
possibly go
Hey,
wrong?
I'd like to have a little more time to prepare, but what stunt director wouldn't? The show must go on. Chip knows what he's doing. He's not going to put anyone in unnecessary danger.
To the roof, people! Time is money!
Come
Yes,
on.
Alvarez!
Walk me to the roof.
Oh, must I? So, we're at another static scene, where we just sort of stand in the middle, looking like Peter Parker. We have a crowd of people here, but we only seem to be able to interact with these two. We could talk to Mary Jane some more, I guess.
Boy, I wouldn't trust Alvarez with my life. Has he ever directed a scene this dangerous?
I don't know. And I'm not going to ask him. With the mood he's in, he'd probably bite my head off. I'm pretty sure that this is the most dangerous scene he's ever directed. That's probably why he's so stressed out and nasty.
Oh, I thought that was just because he was a crummy person.
You tell him, Peter. What about Markham? Or Markham?
Boy, Markham has a stressful job. Does he have a good reputation in the business?
He's the best. That's why Alvarez hired him.
He's the
He has
best
a perfect record.
around.
Never had an accident on location yet.
Let's hope there's not a first time for everything.
What's with you? Is your spider sense telling you something?
Something's just not right.
That's right, he's got spider sense. So we need to listen to Peter when that happens.
So who's the stuntman?
His name is Jonas Dagger. He's one of the best stuntmen in the business. This will be a walk in the park for him.
I don't know. It's awfully windy. I have a bad feeling about this.
Okay. Can we ask
I
about
know
the stunt?
everyone on this set is a professional, but I'll feel better when this is over.
So that's her politely saying, "Husband, be quiet." So I guess we interact with this guy. Hey, how's it going?
Should I ask him if the safety net is secure?
What?
Is that safety net locked in place?
Well, I'm sure it is. That's why I pay Bud and Lou to do. Lock the net in place! If they can't handle that, then they'd have to be as dumb as you.
So that was interesting. We had a moment there where Peter was like, should we ask him this? Is it because I
I
right-clicked?
could ask Alvarez if he's worried.
Yeah, if you right-click on the
I could
thing,
ask Alvarez if I can stay.
he'll internalize his thoughts.
Should I ask Alvarez about the windy conditions? Should I ask Alvarez if he has a backup plan?
So, say if you're not particularly good at reading, you can actually right-click and have Peter Parker tell you the options, which is kind of sweet.
Should I ask Alvarez if he has a backup plan?
Oh,
Should I ask Alvarez if he has a backup plan?
I see what's happened. It isn't a left-click or right-click. If you click on the speaker, Peter will tell you.
So what's your plan if something goes wrong?
Look, I only have one plan. To nail the shot, to make film magic. When you're as good as me, you don't need a backup plan.
Okay.
Mr. Alvarez, if you don't mind, I'd like to stay and watch.
You don't listen, do you? Look, I don't have any more time to waste on you. Blend into the background and don't get in my way, or I'll have security take you out of here in handcuffs.
Hey, it's kind of windy up here. Are you sure this is safe?
Of course it is. This wind only enhances the scene. Couldn't ask for better conditions.
I implicitly trust this Alvarez person. He's excellent. What a character. Let's go speak with him some more.
I told you to keep quiet and stay out of the way. I meant it, Parker.
Fine. So that leaves just one place left to go. Because you can't walk around the scene, as far as I can tell. Right-clicking just sort of skips the music. Let's go over here. Ask if he's nervous.
Should I ask him if he's nervous? Should I ask him if he trusts Alvarez? I could ask him how many movies he's been in.
Yeah, let's do
How
that.
many movies have you been in?
About 30 or so. Maybe you remember me going over Niagara Falls in Honeymoon Homicide.
I remember that scene. Wow. Nice splash.
Thanks.
So, you've done stunts like this before?
At least a dozen times. The old scraper slide. This one's easier than most. I'll be connected to the wire and I'll have a safety net under me. It's child's play.
And you must have grown up in one tough neighborhood.
Where are you going, Parker? I had more questions. But no, there's police sirens.
Donut sale somewhere or there's big trouble.
Action!
My spider sense is tingling. Why? Should I follow the police or stay here in case something bad happens?
Oh
on
my
the movie
god,
set?
look at that. It's given us a multiple choice.
Should I stay on the movie set? Should I follow the police cars?
Let's stay with the set.
Help me! Please! I wasn't hooked to the safety line!
Who yelled action? I wasn't ready for the shot yet. The safety net's not ready.
I heard you yell action! Help me! We weren't ready yet. What are you doing?
Time for a little friendly neighborhood rescue.
Yeah.
I can't hold on!
Spider-Man, do something! Save him!
Oh,
Oh,
sure. Now
God.
you're Mr. Nice Guy.
I'm slipping!
Hey, what the?
What's he doing?
Help! I can't! Got it.
Our powers
What
failed.
just happened?
Name what happened. Find yourself a bit disoriented, Spider-Man?
Oh no!
Mysterio?
It's Mysterio!
My career in movies is over. I was the greatest special effects master in the history of film.
And don't tell me your crayons broke.
Go ahead and joke, Spider-Man. You won't be laughing when I'm finished with you.
Oh no, we have to... Oh, it's a mini game. It's a mini game. Ow. So we have to prevent Mysterio from firing these weird ball things at us, and I'm doing a terrible job at that. So this is the opening mini game. Oh, ow, ow, I'm dead. I'm done. Yeah. Right? Is that it? What about... Oh, no. No, no. This is not going well for Spidey because I cannot control the mouse. Come on, Spidey. Just one more round, surely. Ow. Ow. Ah. And that one dodged out of the way. That's not fair. And I'm done!
In other news, the Sinister Six has struck again. New York had better batten down the hatches because the legendary band of supervillains is back on the scene.
When I'm on my feet again, the Sinister Six had better watch out. I'm not gonna let them beat me.
So that's Spider-Man the Sinister Six. It didn't make the 20. It was close, but unfortunately, what we have is a semi-entertaining, Marvel-based point-and-click adventure game with one of the more frustratingly awful mini-games that I have seen. That was terrible. I don't know why they included it. Maybe they thought to themselves, it's a superhero movie, we have to include that. But, no, that's not great. But who would I recommend it to? I mean, Marvel fans, I think, would get a kick out of this. Any fans of, like, the 90s Spider-Man animated series would probably enjoy this to some degree. There's a lot of fun dialogue and stuff like that. I just wish that the mini-game wasn't so horrifyingly awful. But you can't win them all. And if you like me talking about DOS games, I do it hundreds and hundreds of times. Feel free to take a look at the other videos on my channel, and if you like what you see there, hit the old subscribe button. But that's not for my web-slinging adventures. Until next time.